Hello everybody, it's Therese Mc Auliffe here with some guidance for the remainder of January for you. So today being January the 8th, it's a really wonderful day to tap in and connect with the angels on your behalf and offer some general guidance for the month of January. And if you would like a more personalized reading, I offer healings both online and face-to-face. So my website is www.lightingtheways.com, and you will be able to connect with me there if you feel like having a full personalized reading, which will take about an hour, because I do connect and send some healing through to your heart so that the reading will be very accurate and very much to satisfy where you're at vibrationally at the moment, to help you to grow and develop yourself. So I wish to say that the month of January is moving on, and it's a really big month for us to release some of the energy that is still holding itself tight with us, and it's still causing challenges and illness and setbacks and disturbances in the lives of many. So it's been a rather tough month for many people, with illness and challenges just rising their ugly heads. But the year ahead is a year of growth, it's a year of action, it's a year of truth, and it is important that if you need some help during your challenges, that you connect with somebody that's, tuned in and spiritual and, able to help you. So it depends on what your challenges are and where you're at in your own life. But it's important that this year you start to tapping into the power of your own essence and your soul, and the angels are here to work through me, through my healings, through my readings, to help you. So that is how I help people, through healing. I work with the angels all of the time, and I offer some very, very potent spiritual healings. I'm also a life coach and an NLP practitioner, so I also obviously offer guidance and readings and healings all of the time. So without further ado, I'm going to see what the angels want us to know, how they can help us to be guided. So I'm just asking them now to offer me some cards. So they're offering me 3 cards to start with. And some of you may know that I broke my hand just 6 weeks ago today. This end, I broke my wrist, and so I came out of cast about 5 days ago, and I'm getting more and more movement into my hand and my wrist, so bear with me if I'm a little bit slower at shuffling and choosing the cards, because I am really grateful for the use of my wrist. I put on my own earrings today for the first time in 6 weeks. So my gratitude for being able to use my right hand to write, which I've just managed a few sentences yesterday, and I need to practice again today. I lifted a spoon of cereal to my mouth this morning with my right hand for the first time in 6 weeks. There's my gratitude coming up, and I have many more like little golden nuggets that were handed to me while my hand was not able to do anything. It allowed me to rest, it allowed me to meditate more, it allowed me to connect more, and it allowed me to know what's actually important and what's not. And that's something that I really want to portray here in this reading, is that we can get really caught up in the everyday frazzle of life. All this social media. I'm not saying social media is bad. All I'm saying is that it can get very out of control for all of us, and it's there for its uses, and it has a fantastic use, but it can distract us from actually living out our soul's mission, and from even connecting with ourselves. We can be very often influenced inappropriately, negatively even, through social media. So it's really important that we take that time for ourselves. That's what the angels are saying. So this is our first card, and our first card is music, and we'll come back to it. second card is Serenity. And I need a third card. I'm seeing a very bright light and I close my eyes, and again I'm being asked to remind you that you are that bright light. And the next card is Ideas and Inspirations. Okay, they're both green cards. So the first card is a very grounded card, and yeah, it may be asking you to lift your vibration through music. And that's one thing that's coming in for me, but what's coming very strongly is, you know, to play your own tune, to dance to your own fiddle. That it's very, very important that you're not living the life that somebody else has suggested somewhere through the generations that you live. And this is coming up to the right livelihood, okay, and how you can choose to do something that fulfills you rather than something that just pays the bills. As I'm talking to you, there's actually a beautiful white dancing light after appearing on and off. So it's an angel popping in and popping out just behind the camera, just to the left. So I'm going to find out who that is in a minute. It's actually Metatron. Metatron is here. What's his message? Okay, so he's talking about our loved ones in heaven. So, okay, so he's basically saying that for all of us, it's a very important month for us to connect with our loved ones that have passed over, because they are there to get excited. I'm sorry, I'm just getting in the messages. They're there to get really excited and to dance with us, and they'll help us to play the music, and they'll play the music with us and for us. Okay, so and really they're talking about our life's purpose and the joy that we need to experience. So that's what this music is about. So please do connect. It's a really strong month, Metatron is saying. And you know, Metatron takes the messages between heaven and earth. He was actually the first angel that I ever saw, and he's very much here at the moment. Yeah, and he's saying that we all have loved ones that are on the other side, and it's really important that we take some time out and connect with our loved ones, because there is a, what's the word? There is an opening for us to connect in the month of January, and they're just queuing up in line waiting for us to ask. So that's really, really important. Even though I don't say that I'm a medium, I very often get messages through from spirit. This is a guidance, you know, it's angel cards and whatever comes through, because I've asked everybody to come through. So it's important for us to dance to our own tune and to connect with our loved ones who have passed before us, and they will help us to get clear, because there's ancestral, what are you saying? There's ancestral clearing going on. So the lineage, we're here to help clear the lineage, and our loved ones on the other side are going to give us little prompts of what we can do that's going to help us do that. Okay, that's clear enough, you said. So Serenity is the next card. So once we actually do connect, and once we do decide that we're going to follow our path and not the path that has been, I suppose, passed down to us, we're going to really reap the rewards of feeling that serene feeling inside of us. And it's a very heartfelt card. So it's very soft, it's pink and green. So it's very important that you do nurture yourself during the month of January, because it is a month of truth, and it is a month of healing and clearing and releasing and letting go and really connecting with your essence. But we do need to surrender quite a lot for us to really connect with our purpose and our mission and our purpose for being, really. So that serene feeling is coming, but we are being asked to do the work. You're going to be divinely guided. There'll be lots of ideas and inspired thoughts popping in for you. So you may even go somewhere, see somebody, you just get an idea, you have a thought, you're going to sleep and ideas just seem to pop in your dreams as you wake up in the morning. These are all presented to you through the angels, okay? So these thoughts and ideas, even though they come to you as your own thoughts and ideas, are being given to you by the angels and your loved ones. Yeah, your loved ones are very much in for the month of January, so it is a really good time to start talking to them and connecting with them. I want to see, I have a soul coaching deck, so just bear with me, and I want to see what message comes through in the soul coaching deck. So these are not typical angel cards, they're soul coaching cards, and I suppose as a life coach I always like to think I'm a spiritual life coach, and I help people to find their purpose and their passion, and we only do that really by connecting with that well of wisdom, the soul that's residing in this physical body. So it just has a home, so it's a month for healing, so it's tuning in very well. Phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. So that is something that would be really nice for you to say to yourself, because it could present as a challenging month. I know that 2019 energies sort of went out with a swirl, but the swirl is still going on really, and the month of January is going to clear up quite a bit of it. I feel the swirl is going to stay with us for a few months, and I'm certainly glad I had 6 weeks out to do some deep inner work, so that I'm here for you, and I'm here to help, and I'm here for myself. But what would be good for you to say is phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. So if you are being challenged and you are having difficulty, it's really good for you to use that, because that is your soul letting you know that it can heal. It can heal your thoughts, it can heal, you know, the circumstances that are going on in your life, because once your heart and your mind are no longer at battle, it's going to be much easier for you to dance to your own tune and live out the music of your soul, you know, because you do have a purpose. You know, you did meet with your soul council before you came down here and decide on your challenges and your experiences, and all of us are alike. You know, we forget when we land into human form, and then we spend most of our life trying to remember. You know, we're incredible beings, aren't we? So Esther and Jerry Hicks, you know, and the teachings of Abraham are very dear to my heart as well. So I have a beautiful set of cards here from Esther Hicks, and I would like to just draw one card, and it says, desire is the beginning of all creation. Desire is the beginning of all creation. So you have to have that desire so that you can put your intention basically out into the universe. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. So it's like that domino effect, you know, your desires will keep moving, so they will grow and they will get into a higher vibration. So the more you desire and you set your intention and you send it out to the universe, the more that will come to you, and you will have a new desire and another new desire and another new desire, and before you know it, you look back and you will be thinking, oh me, oh my, I hardly recognize myself. And that is really what happens to us, you know. It happened to me, and it still does from time to time, you know. If you put a lot of work in over a given period of time, say for me, there was one time when I did my life coaching diploma, and I looked back at the end of a journaling year, and I thought, oh my, you know, you have really, really, really moved. I hardly knew myself. I was in such a different space. Who loves Dr. Wayne Dyer? Well, I know I do. Rest in peace now, Wayne. But he's still here. He's still here with us, and I followed Wayne around the world, and I still connect with him at all times. And this is just one deck of cards belonging to him. And these are the cards that bring us, what are they called? 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. But they're just beautiful cards that help us to connect with, again, everything is here to connect us with our spirit, with our innate wisdom, with our strength and our power. And I just see now what this one has in store for us. Sorry, I just don't have my glasses with me. So it says, treat yourself as if you already are what you'd like to be. And so again, that's the power of intention, really. So, you know, once you actually decide to behave and treat yourself as though you've already manifested it, it will arrive to you. you know, I work with the angels, and in IET as a trainer, we have a thing called a blessing bowl when you come to master instructors level, and you can put wishes into that, but again, it's as though it has already happened. So I put all my wishes in, and of course I put my wish in for my wrist as well, and the consultant was actually blown away that in 5 weeks my bone had completely healed. And you know, you'd expect that in a teenager, but not in someone that's pushing towards 60. So I've had so many wishes put in there for myself and for other people, and you know, they've all been granted because I have believed it, you know, and it's as though, as if now. So let's see what this card says. The print is really bad, isn't it? So it says, know that success and inner peace are your birthright, that you are a child of God, and as such, that you're entitled to a life filled with joy, love, and happiness. So it's not just gorgeous, so it's your birthright. So just remember that. You know, when you have your challenges, tune back in. Tune back into that divine spark that's within you, because it's always there. No matter how many blankets or dark clouds may be lying on top of it, or rolled around it, or twisted around it, it's always there, and we can always unravel and uncover that beautiful bright light. Now it's time for a card from Archangel Michael. One shuffle. Okay, Michael, what's the message? Please, here we go. Your children are watched over by angels. Okay, so Michael wants you to know that your children are watched over by the angels, and he has a little prayer. And the prayer says, Dear guardian angels of my children, and if you have children, just name them here, or if you have other children in your life that you would like to name, you just name them here. There may be children that you care for, or children that you know and love, and maybe children that don't have any parents, and maybe children that are very poor and deprived, and you can pray for them here. So dear guardian angel of my children, and name them here, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and a good guardian and a role model for myself and my children and other people's children. So be the best role model and parent and guide and guardian that you possibly can be. So as Michael talks about the children, it leads me straight into my children's deck. And this is that Diana Cooper deck for children. And I love it because it is really, really lovely and simple, and the messages are just so beautiful, and they're lovely to share them with the children that are in our lives. So for the month of January, it's for gratitude. Say thanks for all the good things in your life, and your angels will bring you more. So again, it's like the law of manifestation. It's the universal law. You know, ask and you shall be given, you know. Ask and you shall receive, but it's to be grateful for what you already have, because that's your vibration.